At a fruit stall, the number of durians to the number of pineapples was 5:2 at first. So this is durians is to pineapples. After 225 durians were sold, the ratio of the number of durians to the number of pineapples became 5:7. How many pineapples were there? Of the 225 durians that were sold, each large durian was sold at $9 and each small durian was sold at $5. The stall collected $1,873 from selling the durians. How many large durians were sold? Now, the first question is when only the durians were sold. Alright, only the durians were sold, which means the number of pineapples was untouched. Pineapples remain same. So we need to ensure that that's the case, alright, when we compare the ratios, that the pineapples is indeed the same. So part A, we have durians is to pineapple. It was 5:2 at first, so this is before. And right after that, it became 5:7. This was after selling the durians. Now, as you can see, the pineapple is not the same. It's 2 here and a 7 here. So our job is to make these two numbers the same. This is where your common multiples concepts come in, okay? So how do I make it the same? I times by 7 here, times by 2 here. Now, if you, for example, if you blank out, you're really not sure here what's the lowest common multiple, you can actually just take this times 7 and this times 2. So times by each other, alright? Times by each other. Now the new ratio will then become 5 times 7 is 35, 2 times 7 is 14. New ratio, 14, 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so as you can see in the after case, I need to write after here as well, Okay, in the after case, the pineapple is now the same, right? Both are 14 because you didn't sell anything, you didn't buy any new pineapples as well. But the durians went from 35 to 10. 35 minus 10, it decreased by 25 units. Why? Because you sold 225 durians. So which means that 25 units represents 225 fruits. Okay, so what we can do now is to find the value of 1 unit. So 1 unit will be equivalent to 225. Divide by 25 and you will get 9 fruits. How many pineapples were there? Pineapples is 14 units, right? Over here. So 14 units will be equals to 9 times 14. And you get 126 pineapples. Now this is the answer for part A. Okay, part A is done. Now for part B, of the 225 durians that were sold, each large one was at $9 and each small one is $5, and the store collected a total of this much of money. How many large durians were sold? Now this is now an assumption method problem, because now we have two totals. We have the total durian sold, we have the total amount of money collected, and we have also each of the durians prices. So since we want to know how many large durians were sold in part B, the first step is to assume the opposite. So you assume all 225 durians sold were small durians. Okay? Second step, we find the new total sales. What is the new total amount collected? What is the new total sales? Now that will be 225. All of them are small durians. We have assumed that. Again, this is not real. This is just an imagination. So 225 times 5. Okay, 225 times 5. And you'll get $1,125. Alright. Now part 3. Now this is where we find the difference in total. Okay. So you take the bigger total, which is 1873, we minus off the one that we just found. So 1873 minus off 1125. Let's see what is that. 1873 minus off 1125. And you get a difference of total as $748. Fourth step, we find the difference in each of the durians. Now that will be $9 minus $5, and that will be $4. Okay, and the final step will enable us to find the answer, which is the number of large durians, which is just the big difference divided by the small difference. So 748 divide by $4. Alright, so 748 divided by 4 to give us a final answer of 187 large durians. Okay, so again, this question tests on two concepts: single quantity unchanged, whereby pineapple is remain the same, and assumption method.